I said that the guy Tommy, he had a lot of health problems, and then I said, remember when his kidneys, his kidneys went bad. Well, that's not true at all. I'm not gonna discuss the guy's medical history before he passed, but he didn't have problems with his kidneys, Kane.
So you just made that up. So you just
okay.
made that up, and he agreed with it.
Yes. So Kane, to answer your question, did I give him my number? Yes, I did, because I got a fucked up sense of humor.
I remember it. So I found it comical that you guys were like, you know the guy over here that owns that. So it was like comical hearing that,
Well, Kane Shades.
It was creepy, Kane. Yeah. It was creepy because he definitely, I'm going to tell you, he definitely did his homework with this family.
Yeah.
But it still didn't pass the test because he was if you go back and listen, he was arguing about things like the parents lived on the same side of the street as Peter. And he's arguing with me and telling me, no, it's the other side. Hey, I fucking know where the house is. I've been in it.
See, that's the difference between he's a super fanboy, and super fanboys like are sick. They'll pick up anything they hear on the streets, whatever. But you really knew the people, so you knew he was lying. He's just a fanboy. Like he knows everybody. You could bring up Clint Eastwood. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
he's not.
Well, sure. Kane, it's like me. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no, Kane, it's like me telling you. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Off of I-95, off of Davie Boulevard, 2 blocks from Flanagan's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then,
if you know the area,
and then I can say, hey, Carlos? It's 100 Carlos. Oh, yeah, I know Carlos. And like, yeah, I get it.
Exactly. I know the street, and I know where I lived, and I know the place, but I don't know all the people.
Yeah.
But if you know the area, you're going to know.
Yeah. It's like if I said, do you know Hector from the Lower East Side of Manhattan? I know 46 of them. 6 of them.
Yeah.
But
one more thing. One more thing I would like to add. One more thing. I could have sworn, I don't know, I'd have to go back and hear the show. He didn't say that Panisi ratted on one of his cousins. He didn't say that. I'd have to go look. Yeah, because it's funny because yesterday he said that he really never heard of Panisi because he was responding about him commenting on Panisi's post or whatever. He said I never really heard of it. Yeah.
Listen, no, Kane Shades. What he said was he was hanging out with Peter in On Time Concrete, watching Panisi's video when Panisi dropped that. The problem with that whole story was On Time was out of business a year and a half before that video dropped.
Wow, it's crazy.
I'm telling you a fact.
Wow.
So this guy
he was arguing like. Then he was arguing, like I was saying, that Maurizio had that one of the original Jesse James bikes, right? I don't know who knows what about bikes, but it was the Diablo, and it was a really nice bike. And the shift linkage, Jesse James had taken a billet of aluminum, and he milled it. So the shift linkage says fuck off in square block aluminum, right?
Well, I know the guy built the bike.
All right, but when I was talking about that bike, he kept trying to correct me, saying, no, that's Rocky. That's Rocky. No, it's not. No, it's not. Then when I said the Lambo in the garage, he's telling me that was Rocky. And I know for a fact it's not. So he knew a lot of shit, weirdly enough, but he was wrong.
Well, do you think that's from him hanging around like on YouTube, these wise guy humps and all that, watching all these channels? These guys pick up a lot, and maybe he is from some of these neighborhoods. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe he knew anybody or anything like that. He's probably heard stories and shit like that.
No.